Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Today is Thursday. All right. I'm with it today. All right. Well, there were some really interesting developments in the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial yesterday. This has become the tire fire that everybody's watching. Amber's sister took the stand and testified that she witnessed Johnny hit Amber. Take a look.
Johnny runs up the stairs, and I'm facing Amber. He comes up behind me, strikes me in the back. I hear Amber shout, "Don't hit my sister." She smacks him, lands one, and Johnny had already grabbed Amber by the hair with one hand and was whacking her repeatedly in the face with the other.
Ooh, Johnny appeared to look directly at Amber's sister in the eye, which is very significant. I'll tell you why. Since Johnny refused to make any eye contact with Amber throughout the trial. Now, a lot of people are also talking about the lawyers in this case, including Amber's lawyer, who got a reaction out of Johnny after she imitated his voice. Take a look at this.
She played a tape in which Mr. Depp said, "You will not see my eyes again." Do you recall that?
He's been doing this a lot. It's very interesting. Meantime, rumors are a-flying that Johnny is dating his lawyer. The two were seen hugging in court, which fueled the speculation even more. I will also say that she did a very good job on the stand, and it could have been just a congratulations as well.
I have to say, a lot of lawyers hug their people when they have a good day.
Slam dunk cross-examination, so it could be that. Now, to help make sense of all of this, yes, you're welcome, please welcome our favorite body language expert who has spent 18 years as an investigator with federal law enforcement. She's also CEO of the Body Language Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite body language expert, Janine Driver. Hi, love.
Welcome back, Janine. We love having you on the show. I'm going to get right into this. You were in the courtroom yesterday and saw all of this in person, what we just showed. You say there are two problems with Amber's sister's testimony. What are they?
Well, the big one is we have these illustrators, right? When we tell a story, we pantomime as we tell the story. I climbed a ladder, I went fishing. And we see that when she's talking about the clothes being trashed down the stairs. But when Amber's sister, Whitney, is on the stand, she says, Amber, punched him. And then seconds later, she goes, Amber punched him. Well, wait a minute. Was it the right hand or the left hand? Or maybe it was both. And Johnny was using, keep in mind, Johnny had a cast on his hand or that bandage from his tip of his finger being cut off. So I think maybe he was holding her by the hair and she was like punching him with right and a left hook.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. I feel like I'm on trial when I talk to you. I'm like,
don't move.
Let me say the right thing.
I quit smoking, but you had a cigarette yesterday, didn't you? No, I didn't. All right. There seems to be.
Well, there's two more things. There's two more things here, really quick.
Yeah,
is that number one? Whitney said she came running up the stairs from the living room. But when Amber was on the stand, she said her sister came running downstairs from the bedroom. So we have a disconnect right there. And then, not only that, we're spending too much time on the clothes. Yeah, the clothes happened. He trashed them. Great. When people are lying, by the way, she seemed very credible except for this part. When people are lying, what they'll do is spend a lot of time on the part that's truthful. This took about 8 to 10 sentences. This is the linchpin for this whole entire out the window, and we're talking about it for 8 to 10 seconds. We get it. The clothes happened. Yeah, we don't need to spend 20 minutes talking about the clothes. We need to spend 20 minutes talking about what happened here on the stairs. It indicates to me she had too much at the end, in the beginning, too much at the end. There's a lot missing here. What's missing on the staircase? And I think it's the fact that Amber was hitting Johnny.
Wow. Wow.
All right, so there seems to be quite a bit of testimony of people saying they saw evidence of abuse, which is really all this case comes down to, right? So do you think the jury will believe Johnny did, in fact, hit Amber?
I don't know. The jury was falling asleep yesterday morning, quite was I. And it's pretty boring to watch all this testimony, one after another. Yesterday, they had one live. Whitney was the only live person on the stand. I found them. They were yawning, drinking lots of water. One person in the jury kind of looked like he was singing a song in his head.
Oh, weird.
He was like totally someplace else. They're falling asleep. Here's the deal. When you're watching this video testimony, the shot they're getting is this. you're seeing their face, you might see a small hand gesture come up. And a study was done a couple of years ago. You watch 2 TED Talks. One, how to deal with difficult people, how to deal with difficult people. The one with many hand gestures is seen by millions. Why? When we see hand gestures, it helps us get inside the story. And in these video testimonials, we're seeing this. I do believe they believe, in fact, there were bruises. But if Amber put makeup on her, right, which she called her bruise kit, is what she said. She walked around with a bruise kit, which is something actors use, a bruise kit, to make bruises. Hit Google on it. So if, in fact, she created a fake bruise out of makeup, do you really think the makeup artist is going to say, let me rinse your face first to make sure this bruise is legit? Or are they going to take their own makeup and put it over what they perceive to be a bruise? These bruise kits are unbelievable. They make it look real. I believe they believe that, in fact, she was bruised, but I don't think she was.
Wow. So, Janine, we've got to get your take on Johnny Depp and his lawyer. In your opinion, are they dating? And why is there so much speculation over that hug?
Listen, I used to teach at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Georgia. It's called FLETC. And we would see guys and girls kind of flirting like this in the first couple weeks. But then all of a sudden they'd stop flirting. And as soon as they stopped flirting, I go, I think they just hooked up. If, in fact, they were fooling around or interested, I think you would not see this behavior. As a matter of fact, I was in the courtroom. I found out yesterday Johnny is not interested in her, supposedly, and she has a boyfriend over in the UK, madly in love. He goes, that's my attorney. And if you watch, she typically leads this. And as we know, Johnny is the pursuer. He pursued the mother of his kids when her back was to him in a room. He's like, who's that? He pursued Amber. It's unlikely that something's going to develop more than an amazing relationship as a client and attorney.
Ginny, we got about 30 seconds left, but I wanted to ask you about Amber's acting coach, because she testified yesterday that Amber can't fake cry and that her tears on the stand are real. Let's take a look at what she said first and then comment on it. Let's look.
I would say the last year they were together, probably 80–90% of our sessions began with her crying. Ironically, she has a little difficulty crying, acting-wise.
So quickly, what did you think of that, her testimony?
I've been saying this, listen, I follow this case closely. I've been saying worst fake crier I've ever seen. I can fake cry better than Amber. No tears. She's breathing in instead of breathing out when you blow your nose. I said bad fake crying, and then here's her acting coach basically giving us the stamp of approval. It's like, this has been approved, Janine Driver. You're right. She is a bad fake crier. She is a bad fake.
Confirmation.
So was that a real cry or a fake cry?
Seems like
a fake cry.
It seems like a fake cry. There is no tears coming out, and she is breathing the wrong way. I noticed that from listening to Janine and looking at this. Janine, thank you so much for your expert analysis. I've been seeing it in a whole other way ever since we've been talking to you. For everyone at home, you can learn more about what's going on in this trial and also the fascinating knowledge about body language and what it really means. Check out Janine's TikTok at Body Language Institute. Janine, thank you again. You are amazing. We'll be right back.
You know, I think she was flirting to get Amber's goat. I think that's what it was all about.
I think so, too. Goat. She knows the whole thing. Thank you. We'll be right back. She's good. Columbo.
Closed captioning provided by
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always on cue, always ready, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day. So you guys, we were just talking about how it, and you know, Al was saying that yesterday on the panel, every day at the Johnny Depp, it feels like you're looking at another book, another page in your book, like a plot twist, and it feels like Succession or like, I don't know, some twisty kind of situation. And I did want to let you guys know, if you haven't seen the cross-examination, Camille, the lawyer for Johnny, was excellent. It is what you want from a defense attorney. Now, I will say, Amber's lawyer, which I was going to ask Janine, but we ran out of time. Not so good. Not so good, in my opinion. Not so good. Just saying, Johnny to me has the much stronger attorneys, and they are going after Amber in a much stronger way than Amber's attorney to me. Again, I always want to say also that we believe women, we believe survivors. It's just that this is a tire fire that is separate from all those others. How do you think? Do you think the jury will say no?
I don't know. A lot of people are saying
Tire fire.
Hey, what do you think? The jury's going to side with Amber or Johnny?
I think the jury's going to side with Amber, but Because it just takes one of them to believe it, right?
And it only has to be hit once.
And it only comes down to
Only has to be hit
if Johnny hit her or not. That's ultimately
exactly
what it is.
And if he defended himself at some point when she started it and started hitting him and he hit her back, I mean.
But the problem is here is there's evidence on tape that she hit him. We have yet to see any credible evidence other than sort of corroborative evidence that he hit her, other than some testimony. But however, that sister said that Debbie Lloyd, the nurse, was there and saw the hitting. Debbie Lloyd has said that did not happen. So that testimony has been questioned by another witness, tire fire.
So you.
Welcome back to DBL. We want to talk about a major problem going across the country right now that a lot of you are dealing with, a baby formula shortage. It is leaving parents desperate, trying to find whatever they can when so many shelves are empty. I want you to take a look at this TikTok video. It's going viral and it's showing the tension in stores. Take a look at this.
Look at this. Look at all this.
Because I need it
Look
for
at
my
the
baby.
shelves. You don't think I need it for my baby too?
Because I'm paying for.
And I'm not paying for it?
I don't.
I
you're
have a
not paying
child
for.
at
I
home
don't-
to
I don't
feed.
know. You come after me. I don't know. You get this one.
That doesn't matter. I'm saying this is the whole reason why there's a formula shortage. That's not your problem, right?
Wow. Now, to give you an idea of how bad it is, some infants have been hospitalized. And now the president, this was yesterday, invoked the Defense Production Act and ordered planes to fly in shipments from overseas. If you didn't know, the whole thing started with Abbott, the biggest contractor that makes baby formula, and they had bacteria in their formula that killed 2 babies and injured, I think, 5 others. They shut that the entire thing down, and that's where it all got stopped up. So if people didn't know that, I wanted them to know about it. Abbott is now back up and running, and there was a vote to get it passed through. We do have a mom here with a newborn. How do you feel? Is it a newborn?
Well, she's an infant now.
Infant.
But
Okay, I don't know children.
I don't think that it's that lady's fault in Target. You know what I mean? Whether she's going to get 10 or whether she's going to get 2 or 1, the actual production is the problem, and the fact that we knew about this months before we actually had this drastic impact that we're having right now. We knew this were coming towards shortage levels like January, I think. And so people have an issue that nothing was done proactively instead of reactively like the country is acting right now. But I do say that it is a problem because I'm trying to do both. You know, when I'm not home, the baby needs to eat. And so we're mixing in foods now. Luckily, she's 9 months old. But I have my mom's friend in New Jersey getting me one and shipping it here that will arrive tomorrow. Wow. I'm running out. I was only able to get like a 5-ounce little can that got her through earlier this week. And then Erica was pleasant enough to get me some and call me the other day. And she's sending me one, I think, Friday. So like that's actually what's happening with me. But I'm not freaking out because luckily, like I said, Kinsley's 9 months old. So she can mix in mashed food and actual food and move on to different things. And we can start her on maybe regular milk earlier. I'm not really sure what the process is because I had to stop nursing because Colin and I travel a lot for our production company. Like we're not always there. So if Kinsley's with his mom or my mom, who's going to feed her? You know, so we had to introduce her at least to some type of formula so she can do both. So it's just been really hard.
I wanted to ask because some of my friends are dealing with this and they feel bad. It almost feels bad that you can't breastfeed your child enough. Is there like a guilt to that that's also part of this?
No, I don't. I think that we talked about this after Mother's Day. Like I don't take on any shame that anybody else wants to project to me. Like I breastfed as long as it worked out for me, and I'm very happy and pleased with how healthy my kid is, according to her doctor yesterday. And so that's what I was able to do. I think when you're a working mom, you have to figure out how and what works for you every single day. And so this is what worked for us. And so now this shortage is impacting people. And I think people, both those women in Target, are just doing their best to try to figure out how to manage for themselves. Like I drove an hour away from my house, I think Sunday, to try to find the one that was left in that Target. And then it was a miscalculation online, so it wasn't even there. So that's what's happening.
Wow. Well, we will keep you up to date on this. Absolutely. It is going through Congress right now, the Senate as well. And to all the moms and dads out there, we're thinking of you. Coming up on DBL, Academy Award-winning actor Troy Kotsur. He's reflecting on that historic moment for the movie Coda.
This
Some news headlines suggesting parents can now feed cow's milk to babies that are 6 months or older are leading to some confusion. That's because cow's milk typically isn't recommended for babies until they're 1 year old. So let's verify. Should parents feed cow's milk to babies who are 6 to 12 months old? Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and Dr. Stephen Abrams, chair of the American Academy of Pediatrics Committee on Nutrition. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommend that babies be introduced to cow's milk at 12 months old, but not before then and never as the child's main source of nutrients. That's because cow's milk has too many proteins and minerals for a baby's kidneys to handle, and it just doesn't have enough necessary nutrients, according to the CDC. But during the shortage, Dr. Stephen Abrams says that in a pinch, cow's milk may be an option for children older than 6 months who are usually on regular formula if other alternatives aren't available. He added, quote, "This is not ideal and should not become routine. However, it is a better option than diluting formula or making homemade formula," unquote. He says this does not apply to babies who need specialty formula products for allergies or have other special health needs. So we can verify, no, parents shouldn't feed cow's milk to babies 6 to 12 months old, except in an emergency when other options have been exhausted. And even then, medical experts suggest you consult your pediatrician before giving your child cow's milk. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
But then you want to go back 20 years and cancel somebody for what they did? You know what? You're out of order.
I woke up and said, today is going to be a good day.
Yes. At some point, you got to decide for yourself if you're going to stand up for what's wrong or what's right.
Like, are we living in Bizarro world? Sorry, I ran out of steam there.
I have to just push back on that. I think it's an okay conversation to have. That's what really rubbed me and a lot of people the wrong way. I love this story.
Welcome back. Troy Kotsur has been a professional actor since the late 80s, but he made history at the Academy Awards when he became the first deaf man to win an Oscar. Earlier, we got to chat with him and his translator about that moment. Take a look.
Troy, welcome to DBL. I just got to tell our viewers before we went live, Troy was cuddling his pooch.
It's little dog Stella.
Little dog, so cute.
That's my best friend, Stella. I borrow her ears. If someone knocks at the door, Stella can bark and let us know. And so she always lets us know what's going on. We use Stella as our pair of ears. When I'm having a bad day, she always gives me love and comforts me.
Unconditional love. And now that you're an Oscar winner, I hope she's giving you a little extra love.
Oh, my dog's starting to be jealous, actually.
Are you getting recognized everywhere you go?
Recently this morning, I went to a doctor's appointment. I had a blood test and I was sitting opposite a man with a mask on who began gesturing to me, and he began doing the deaf applause, which kind of made me smile. And so we gave each other a fist bump in the doctor's office, and strangers are recognizing me even if I have a mask on.
Amazing.
And so, you know, it's with sign language. It's just noticeable. I can't hide who I am. I can't put a mask over my hands.
Troy, I got to tell you, I loved your acceptance speech at the Oscars. It was by far my favorite speech of the night. Now, did you think you had a chance of winning going in? Was that speech prepared, or was it a total shock and that just came from the heart?
Really, of course, the speech was from my heart. But I had a feeling that the odds were in my favor, so I wanted to be prepared. I didn't want to look awkward in case I got up on stage. And so if I didn't win, I could set the speech aside. But of course, I wanted to be prepared because they asked us to keep it under 45 seconds or under a minute. So we really had to condense it down and give my best foot forward.
Let's talk about your character, Frank Rossi, because Frank curses like a sailor, and apparently the MPA wanted to give the film an R rating. Do you think they weren't ready for a sign language film?
You know, I was in shock because they decided to give us an R rating, and I told myself, where have you all been? Because, you know, when I was growing up, I've seen all of these movies with a lot of swearing. You know, it wouldn't matter if it was PG-13 or R, of course, with your swear words in English with subtitles. But where was our opportunity to show that aspect of deaf culture? You know, and finally, we had an opportunity to show those vulgarities, and they wanted to give us an R rating. And we were like, hold on a second. And we had to go back and forth with them and with our director and our ASL director as well to say, hey, this is a really vital part of deaf culture. You know, I think they weren't ready for it yet. And so that's why they gave us that rating, which was surprising. And so finally they reduced it to PG-13, which is a relief to all of us on the CODA team. But it was really amazing that we have such a rich history, and sign language is so descriptive visually, and they weren't prepared for that.
What do you think needs to change in Hollywood to make sure that everyone has representation?
Really, Hollywood needs to improve in a few areas. First of all, you need writers who happen to be involved in the deaf community and deaf culture. We have such a rich history, a treasure trove of stories from the deaf community. And I want to ask you, have you heard the name Dummy Hoy? Are any of you familiar with that name?
No.
And so that's my point. So he was the first deaf pro baseball player. He played for Cleveland.
Wow.
And he was the one who actually taught the umpire all of the hand signals for out and safe and strike and ball and so on. And so they're still used today, but no one knows where those hand signals came from. They actually came from the first deaf professional baseball player. So we're just human beings, and we just need to make small adjustments and set up a successful and effective system. And that way we have more access. And it's not only deaf people, but disabled people in general, CODAs, children of deaf adults, and so on. We all have our individual skills and stories to tell. So I'm waiting for Hollywood to be ready. And really, this is a big step forward.
It definitely is a big step forward. We appreciate you so much, Troy. Congratulations on all your success. Well deserved. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Troy.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
It's National Stroke Awareness Month, and this video posted recently by Hailey Bieber after she was hospitalized with a mini stroke has sparked a lot of conversations and questions.
They did come to the conclusion of why they think I had a blood clot in the first place. One was that I had just recently started birth control pills.
That has people asking, can birth control pills lead to blood clots or stroke? Let's verify. Our sources are the CDC and 11 Alive medical expert Dr. Sujatha Reddy, a gynecology specialist.
The majority of birth control pills are a combination of estrogen and progesterone. And we've known that estrogen has the ability to increase the risk for blood clots, which can lead to stroke.
But she says it's rare.
The baseline risk for young women is probably around 1 to 4 strokes per 100,000. So if the pill increases that risk and it doubles it, your numbers are going to be only as high as approximately 8 per 100,000, which is still a very small number.
Dr. Reddy says there are several factors that could put you more at risk, and certain people shouldn't take the pill.
We know women with migraines have a slightly higher risk of stroke, high blood pressure. For smokers over 35, we don't prescribe estrogen-containing birth controls because the risk just gets too high there.
According to the CDC, 900,000 Americans a year are affected by blood clots, and estrogen-based birth control is listed as a risk factor. But if you're on the pill now, don't panic. Dr. Reddy says for most people, birth control pills are safe and effective.
Women that are on them for 5 to 10 years over their lifetime have a decreased risk of uterine and ovarian cancer. You often have better skin, less PMS, less risk of ovarian cysts. Most women on pills are going to have absolutely no issue with blood clots for their whole entire life.
So we can verify, yes, taking certain birth control pills can lead to blood clots or stroke, but it's rare. With your Verify, I'm Savannah Levins.
Verify here with your Fast Fact. Help Buffalo was a trending Google search to support victims of the Buffalo mass shooting, but government officials are warning about scammers trying to take advantage. So let's verify 4 ways to spot a charity scam. These are our sources. First, research the website and donation page that wants your money. These groups can help make sure the organization is legit. Second, be cautious about donation requests solicited by email. Fight Cybercrime warns real charities don't include attachments in their emails, and the FBI recommends going directly to an organization's website instead of clicking links in an email. Third, verify the payment method and never give cash or virtual currency. The FTC recommends paying by credit card or check and reviewing your bank statements carefully. Fourth, listen for red flags when someone contacts you. Scammers often make vague claims and try to rush you into donating before you have time to do your research. If you do fall for a scam, Fight Cybercrime says you should contact your bank, check your credit card, and save all communication in case you need to file a criminal complaint. With your Fast Fact, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. Do you need a little pick-me-up? Yes, we got your cover. We've got deals for travel stuff, kitchen stuff, beauty stuff, the good stuff. The list goes on. Don't miss it. Steph, what do you have for us today?
First up, we've got Handy Sandy Deluxe 8-piece organizing cube set.
Cute.
So this deal includes 8 cubes. So packing cubes reduce wrinkled clothing, a mesh lid protects delicate fabrics, and it organizes your clothes. Normally, these are $60.
Okay.
But right now, we've got them just for $24, which saves everyone 60%. This next deal is a must-have. We've got Honey Can Do 17-piece vac and save rectangular set.
Oh, wow.
So this deal includes 8 containers with 8 lids and 1 handheld pump.
Whoa.
So you can store dry foods and liquids in these airtight, leak-proof containers, and this handheld pump will seal in freshness. They were $80, but we've got them for $29, saving you lot 64%. Something else I love, you can never get enough of, it is a 2-pack of Syme Hydrogel Anti-Aging Patches, 30 pairs in each one, so 60 in total. They'll improve elasticity and brightness around your eyes while diminishing signs of aging. So normally these are $60,
Yeah,
but right now they're only $24, saving you lot 60%. And last but certainly not least, we've got Savvy C sterling silver and genuine gemstone earrings.
Ooh.
So you can get 1 pair of earrings available in 4 options. So we've got green amethyst, blue sapphire, amethyst, and blue topaz. So these vibrant, genuine gemstone earrings are delicate yet dazzling.
Nice.
Made of sterling silver. So normally they're $150, and we've got them. This is the steal of the day, you guys. They're $19. It's saving you 87%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even just scan that QR code on screen right with your phone, or visit morningsave.com on your smartphone as well. Thank you so much, Steph. So I have a really quick hypothetical. If you were in a Target or wherever and someone had like 20, would you ask for some, or would you take that 20 if you had that possibility? Would you share?
I would.
You would take 20?
No, I would share.
Oh,
I would share.
I was like, I thought you were going to be the one to go off about. I know you get really specific
if
about
some
people
other
being...
parent was there and there's no formula, of course you got to share.
Yeah,
right? You got to share.
But I also think it's up to the store to say 2, like when paper towels were sparse, they said you can get up to 2, and everybody followed the direction of the store.
Have
so
a
like, let's
limit.
just we all know this is a crisis. Let's put some rules in order.
Absolutely.
To avoid situations like this.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. DBL is new every day. We will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Be good to yourself. Bye, guys.